Jeszcze raz musisz.
Iha!
Jedziemy na koalę. Będziemy jeść mięso z koali i kangura dzisiaj.
Tak jest. Tak?
Najpierw pogłaszczymy, a później zjemy. Nie?
Nie zgadzam się.
No to będziesz głodna. Ancia, co tam widzisz? Powiedz.
Koalę śpiącą. Ale słodziaki. A takie puchate są. No, ale ma zamknięte oczy. Tak. To jest życie. Tylko wsypa przestań.
They're in gum trees. Gum trees. And they're eating bunnies. Look, I can see
Ani zobacz na tego.
and I can
Gdzie?
see one.
O, ale super.
Gum leafies. He's had a gum leaf family. That guy left. That's crying. It's taking another.
Dopiero będzie.
Let's not see the
Tak, jak
purple.
zobaczę małe.
Mom,
On ma na dole 2 zęby tylko.
see the platypuses now? Yeah, of course we can.
Up here, Emily.
Well done. Come out. This is so weird.
Ale słodziaki, nie? A tu jest domowe domowe przedszkole. Ty.
Ale super śpi. A tam się przebudza.
Muszę się podrapać.
Snuggling up.
Come back in the morning. Again.
There's probably one puddle down here.
Ojej, czemu on się tak trzęsie? Któraś się drapie koala, a ten się trzęsie.
Właśnie jedna koala drugą szukała.
Tak?
A do tego popatrzyła tak, jakby deszcz padał i siedzi dalej.
O, zęby ma fajne 2 takie na dole.
A ty tak się zapatrzyła.
No bo się spodobała się jej. Czekaj, sprawdzę, a nie widać.
Idzie, idzie.
No to drapie zamiast siebie to eukaliptusa drapie. Hello. No ten się na nas patrzy.
Lepiej drugi zawsze. Ten przyszedł stamtąd.
No, czekaj, nie? Rozmyślają nad sensem życia, tak?
I have a few pictures to show you guys. That's Milo when she's around 12 days old. So that's what she looked like when she came to Longheim. She's obviously grown up quite a lot. She's around 7 years old now. And one of the perks of our job sometimes means we get to take these guys home and hand raise them when they're very young. And we do that in order to socialize them at an early age. So they're very comfortable then, sitting on the glove like she is today. A few of you I think maybe met her a little bit earlier. but she's really happy around people that she doesn't know well, and she's also really good with people who are moving near her, even making quite loud noises. So that meant for this to happen, we had to take her home and basically have a really good time with Milo. So one of the keepers, Tanya, I wasn't working with Milo at this stage, but she got to take Milo home, and straight away she joined in with all the family activities. So anything they did, Milo was a part of. That means watching TV or playing games or eating dinner. She'd sometimes just sit on their shoulder and watch them do that. As a barn owl, they do eat mice, makes up most of their diet, so we do feed them a lot of mice. But when she was very small like that, she couldn't eat those mice all in one go, so those mice had to be chopped up into tiny little pieces and hand-fed to her. So we do that every day, we're used to it. Her family was not very used to it. They found it a little bit disgusting to see. And going into the fridge and coming across bags of dead mice, it replaces some of the food, is not the best for them. I have a few other photos to show you. So that's when she went through her cute phase, so that's what we refer to it. She's just a bundle of fluff. That's when she went to Tanya's house. But now that Milo is fully grown, we don't always have to chop up her food. I've got a little special treat for her, and I think you guys will find it pretty cool. I actually have a whole mouse for her, and she's going to be very excited about this. I'll just grab it out of my pouch. Don't worry guys, it's already dead. It was defrosted this morning, and it's ready to go down. So very easy. You get a little spaghetti tail hanging out for a while after you get those photos, and you have one very, very happy barn owl after this. Yummy, yum. So as you know, what goes in does also come out. So there was lots of mess to clean up after Milo living in their house. She pretty much had free range. She could roam around basically wherever she wanted, so there was mess everywhere. They also regurgitate or cough up pellets, so things they can't digest, so the bones and fur of that mouse, she would cough up into these little pellets, and she'd find those scattered throughout her home. And she also found them a few months after Milo returned back to Lone Pine. Those pellets were no longer squishy and smelly, they were just crusty and smelly, so a bit of mess. And being a raptor, she has very sharp talons, and when she discovered she had those wings, when her adult plumage was coming into place, she quickly learned how to use them, and she started off with fierce flapping, which lifted her off the ground. Flying's really easy to learn, it's the landing that's tricky. So there are stories of crash landings from Milo. She would skid across the wooden floorboards trying to use them as a runway, and left permanent scratches in those floorboards. Gives you an idea of how sharp those talons are. And she'd land on curtains and tear them and on the couch. So she was a little bit of work, but she was of course a lot of fun. She also raised her over Christmas time, and she was attracted to all those Christmas decorations. And she's a very playful little girl, well she was then, and she still is now. We give her enrichment items, even just a tennis ball she absolutely loves, and she'll hang her wings over it and mantle it, make sure that we don't take it off of her because she loves it so much. So a very, very playful and adorable owl to work with. She did, of course, have to bring her back to Lone Pine, couldn't have Milo living at her house forever. And she went through a training program for our free flight bird of prey show, and she quickly caught on what to do. She's very intelligent, and she is part of that show. She won't be flying today, but her brother Smudgy will be in the show, and he looks pretty much exactly like her, but with a white chest and not those spots on his chest. So if you guys do want to see them in action and learn a bit more about them as a species rather than the ways that we hand raise them, come along to that show. It does start at 12:30. It's over in the Nature Kingdom, and we will be flying a number of native Australian raptors. But I will pass you on now to our final keeper, who has a very handsome man to introduce you to, and a bit of a story behind why he is living with us here at Lone Pine. So this is Amanda.
Hello everyone. So my name is Amanda, and today I have with me one of my favourite little guys here. His name is Kevin. So Kevin is a short-eared black-tailed possum, also known as a mountain possum. Now these guys are actually very closely related to the common possums that you may encounter in your routes. But these guys are a lot darker, as you can see. He's almost black, and he's a bit larger than the possums as well, the common possums. So these guys eat a variety of different foods, including fruit and vegetables and flowers, and also they do like their fungi as well. But Kevin here has a bit of a sweet tooth, and he would much prefer his bananas and his grapes and strawberries, and he always leaves his broccoli and other greens last. So you may be wondering why we have him on this harness here. There are a couple of reasons for that. Firstly, of course, is his safety. So if there is a loud noise or something like that, we don't want to frighten him, and we've got to keep him under control at all times. And second of all, just to let you in a little bit of a secret, he is actually a little bit clumsy. So there is a reason for him being the bit clumsy that he is. And that's because he actually wasn't born here. He was actually a wild possum. So a couple walking along, they actually found this guy under a tree in the middle of the daytime. And they knew just a little bit about possums and knew that these guys shouldn't actually be down on the ground during the daytime. They are arboreal animals, so that means they're supposed to be way up in the trees and they live up there. So they knew that something was up. So they brought him into Lone Pine, and our lovely, amazing vet actually had a look at him and realised that he wasn't actually in a good way. He had quite a large laceration to his face and around his neck, and it was actually there for a long time, so it had maggots growing in it. It was really disgusting. And he also was paralysed in his hands and feet and was showing some neurological symptoms. So he wasn't in a good way whatsoever. But our lovely vet mixed up a concoction of a fruit smoothie, a special type of fruit smoothie, and gave that to him a couple of times a day over the course of a few months. And once she started doing that, then eventually he did regain movement in his hands and feet, so you can see him doing that now.
Ancia, tylko się pokaż.
Dawaj, Ania.
Dawaj, Ancia. Ale zaraz, tutaj ktoś się wpycha bez kolejki. Okay. Wow. Thank you.
Tak, będzie pokazywać.
No, ale z ręki dasz? Nie ugryziecie?
Pewnie nie.
Co? Nie, tam. Masz okulary brzydkie, to ciebie nie wezmę od ciebie. Oto sokół karmiący emu. Coś tu się nie zgadza.
Bywa i tak. Podzieliłem się posiłkiem.
Aniuś? Czekaj, weźmiesz?
O, indyki w
Nagrasz mnie? Znaczy leci właśnie. Ja też spróbuję. Ciekawe czy... Ojejku, on jest jakiś napalony.
Ciebie zobaczył, nie?
No ty wiesz, masz po koali.
Masz olejki po koali, no. To musi być samiczka, wiesz, Jadku?
Wow.
Ja ty karmiemu.
Trzeba. Ła, dziabnął mnie. Szczypnął. Nara, solo. Poszedł sobie. Pogłaskaj go, Aniuś.
To trzeba, nie?
Puszysty, fajny. Taki...
A, uciekł sobie. Chcesz jeszcze? Ma. Facepalma zrobię. Do łamka. No, szczypie. Kolej. Masz jeszcze trochę. Dobra, zjedz sobie. A my idziemy, dobra? Piona. Daj pionę. Ale masz... Ja, ale łapa.
Jacek z pakerem.
Największy, który tu jest tutaj, nie?
Jacek próbuje trochę przepinać biceps, no ale jednak...
Ale zobacz, jaki masz ten? Muszę porównać tego, bicepsa. Takiego, nie? Spoko, nie?
Do you even lift?
To ma mięśniaki, ja nie wierzę.
Aniuś, co robisz?
Pewnie kangurka.
No co ty?
Pakerka.
Ej, tydzień temu było -3 na dworze, a dzisiaj karmisz pakera kangura, no nie wierzę.
Ale tak delikatnie jest.
Tak?
Fajne,
No, ale ma takie mięśniaki, że...
Taki ogon, zobaczysz ogon.
No.
On jest wielki, nie?
A te muchy są straszne. No i co? Wychodzi czy nie wychodzi? A jeszcze są te takie brązowe.
Happy guys looking out for their prey. They eat all the different things, but this is actually a bird-eating owl.
Co jest?
They do have some pretty
Aniuś, uważaj.
They've got the ability to take down some large prey and up to the size of birds.
Albo drugi podchodzi, tak.
Or a magpie. So really incredible to take down such large prey. Now their eyes are so big that
A się wkurzył.
Ej, wyluzuj.
A to jest jakiś dresiarz chyba.
move their eyes from up and down, side to side like we can. So, they do have eyes that are fixed facing forward. So to compensate for that, they have 7 extra bones in their neck, and those extra bones help them tilt their head, enable them to turn their head 270 degrees. And you'll notice Elmo's always looking around, watching for where Jill's going to be. And Elmo's a pretty funny bird. She is sometimes afraid of other birds, particularly pelicans. So she's always watching out for pelicans. And she's
Jego były nakarmić.
Daję go na koniec.
Ja nie... No.
Lovely fight from Elmo there. Oh, that was a nice, beautiful one. So these guys, they are
Co? Masz? To ja tego dużego nakarmię.
Nie, lepiej.
And as our cities have grown, we've actually taken away a lot of their tree hollows, a lot of old trees, leaving them with very few places to nest.
Fundacja,
Old trees that are remaining,
A ten takimi tymi.
other animals will
Ej, ale mnie obślinił.
they come off second eggs. So we really need to protect those old trees. Looking around.
Me right round the sheep. Hey, keep out. You can at least wait until I tell you. Lay down. So somebody just preempted what they think I was going to say, and he was right. So he's learning English as well at the moment. Right, so right back, and this is where what we call there is the head of the sheep. That is where the sheep are moving to. So it's called natural balance. He balances those sheep onto me. He knows I've got this area covered. You guys have got that area covered. He's covering that bit out there. So we'll try that again. This is going to get interesting because it's a bit blocked up there, but that was his fault, not mine. We might even go the other way, seeing he wanted to come back this way. So we'll go to my right first. Yeah, that's right. Here, walk up. Here, 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 here. Go on, get in there. Here, here. Okay, so there we go. Right around. Yeah. Lay down. Back. Back, back, back. So right around me. Right around those sheep again. And back to the head. We'll get him to come back the other way as well. Yeah. So right around. And back to the head of the sheep. Now these are just some of those basic commands. Now stop. Basic commands that we need to teach the dog so we can take them out and have them help us move sheep. Sit and stay. Thank you. Left and right. Push up. So they just bring the sheep to me. And keep away is back away from the sheep and give them some room. They're just the basics. Now we're going to take them up and put them through the obstacles. If he gets it right, please give him a nice big clap. He does understand then that he's doing a good job. Lay down. Thank you. Alright, here we go. There you go.
He's got to get him through the gate. Yeah.
Alright, there we go. I think I was more of a hunter that time, but this time he'll have to work hard to get him under the tank.
Ale czad.
Yeah. He's going to do the job when they're in there.
There we go. That one was a bit better. Now the bridge is a bit tougher. They don't like to run up the ramp or jump off the end. So we might have to work a little harder. I might have to help him too.
No, they will. They don't like running up the ramp. There we go. There. Once one goes, they'll be fine.
Alright folks, well there we go. Now we're going to bring them down, put them in the yards. I'll let Rex off. We'll show you how these yard dogs have to work these sheep.
That's right, once you get the first one.
Alright folks, now this is how these yard dogs have to do it. They actually run across the top of the sheep, they get to the front and come back through. As they come back through, all the sheep move forward, filling up these pens, trucks and shearing sheds.
Ciemna strona koali tutaj jest.
Idzie pocieszyć. O! Mamy to. Szczyt słodkości. No, tu jest mama z małym, a tutaj tata odwrócony tyłem w ogóle ma wszystko gdzieś.
No bo go pogryzła, no.
Podpiera się na kołku i nara.
Takie trochę zrobił i
Nie jest to jakaś super szczęśliwa rodzina chyba. A co ten tak się trzęsie?
Który?
A nie, jeszcze nie.